Hello, and we're on. Sorry about that. Sorry, technical problems. Are we all right for a second? Are we all right? Can I hear you?
Yeah,
Can
we're all
speak.
We're all good.
Speak, or forever hold your peace. So big shout out to Rachel, who is Rachel Harris, who has come on the show because this is her show, and we've also got Ollie Bowlerhatman tonight as a special guest on the rabbit hole. Sorry, we were a bit late getting started.
Yep.
We were rabbiting because Ollie was being a hero last night and saving his mate's house, which was getting flooded, and he ran in. He saved the cat, literally.
Well, not the cat.
But no, it's pretty grim out there. So like anyone who's watching who's having problems with the rain and everything, lots of sympathies going out to you all. And Bowlerhatman in the chat says soon. Who else in the chat? We've got Reverend Kathy, we've got Diz, we've got Sutton Steve, we've got Vendetta in there. And we're off, says Reverend Kathy. Hey. Sorry about that. So usual rules apply for Room 101 on the rabbit hole. We will be asking a question of Ollie of what he wants to put in his Room 101. We will challenge him and then we will put it to the vote, the audience vote. So the audience here get to decide what goes in and what doesn't. We will make a note. And if Ollie gets more things put in than doesn't, then he wins.
Yeah. And this show is all because of the lovely Sarah Davis, who suggested we did it with Ollie. So there you go.
So, Ollie, the floor is yours. Tell us sorry, go on.
No, I'm just going to say it. So Ollie's first one is a person. Now, normally we wouldn't put people in Room 101. So this is going to be a good argument. And it's not Trump, J.K. Rowling, or any of Trump's cabinet, or this is. So he's already lost in my view on this one.
How do you know these things?
Because
stop wrecking his pitch.
I'm not. I'm just going to let. I just.
Go on, then let him.
I'm going to have someone have the offense against me.
Yeah, he wants to put a person in, and I'm just saying it's a breach of the rules. But we're going to hear his argument.
Okay, Ollie, go.
Right, first one in the room. David Cameron.
Ooh, David Cameron. Okay.
Yeah, I came up with, or at least a realization, really, that if you think about it, David Cameron is quite the almost central focal point for quite a lot of the things where we are at this moment in time. So if you think David Cameron's initial vote was when he became sort of leader of the Tory party, was he pushed the party to a more centrist position. Now, in doing that, what he then did was he then not only empowered Nigel Farage and UKIP, he empowered during the coalition period the European Research Group, so they became more of a threat to Cameron and the rest of the Tory party for things to come. He then, of course, quite on a number of occasions, ended up empowering Boris Johnson on that, even though he tried to sort of keep him away from a lot of stuff. He also ended up with the Brexit vote, which was an attempt to put to bed the UK the EU Research Group. He implemented austerity, which also then fed into Brexit. This also fed into the wider problem that we are seeing at local political level at the moment, where you see a lot of people who don't really engage a lot in local politics, but turn around and instantly say, well, this is awful, this is terrible. But you've had a very long time of Tory underfunding in your local service and area departments. Again, all going back to, of course, David Cameron.
I think that's enough. I
mean,
to be honest with you, considering this is supposed to be the anything but politics show, that's a lot of politics to get started. And this is a bit of a cheat, because it's a bit like, do you want to put Jimmy Savile in Room 101? Everyone's going to say yes. I don't know. This is why Rach was going, you're not supposed to put people in Room 101 because we're going to lose this one.
No, well, my counter to the socialites are, David Cameron. I mean, Thatcher was worse, and he was an output of Thatcher. The rules are you can't put people in, but if you are going to put people in, you've got Ming the Merciless, you've got, Jaws and James Bond. But if you want a real person, you've got, Donald Trump or Vladimir Putin or
It'd be all nice.
Notably,
possibly talking politics.
Trump's probably going to blow us all up. So I mean, it's like.
But I think Room 101 expands to the size of what's inside it. Do you know what I mean?
Like a
gasometer.
If we're going to let a person in and we're not allowed to, David Cameron, call me Dave. I mean, he's fucking annoying on a load of fronts.
I think this is going to be 100%.
But he's not Donald Trump, is he?
All right, Ollie, right, new rule, because I haven't looked at your list, but Rachel has. You can't have traffic wardens. You can't have stepping in dog shit. You can't have it raining for 40 fucking days, all right? Because everyone's just going to vote for it to be going Room 101. You've got to pick something that's a bit quirky and just a little personal annoyance of yours. But I know there's a few things in your list, because Rachel told me, and she doesn't even know what they are. So I want to get into them. But before we do, we're going to hit the poll. So if you want to put David Cameron in Room 101, I mean, come on, it's a foregone conclusion.
Yeah,
do you want to put Hitler in Room 101?
No, let it go, Graham. You're just upset because I got all mine in.
Yes, because you picked things that everyone hates.
No, I didn't. I mean, you're just,
I didn't. I don't think I got brutalism in there.
It just felt like that because you and I are so aligned.
Okay.
But no, rest of Ollie's are quite contentious, and one of them, if I were in the north, it'd be in trouble.
Well, we've had 20 votes in, and it's 81% yes and 19% no.
Oh.
So, Ollie, that's gone in. It's gone in.
Bye, David.
Are you keeping a note, Rachel, or should I?
That's one.
You'd keep the note.
Okay.
Easy win. This is where we come to. I think
number two.
Okay, come on. Pick something that someone will disagree with.
Oh well.
Everybody's going to disagree, I think. Well, I hope so.
Modern Star Trek.
Ooh, good one. I like this. Go on. Right. Justify.
Right. Modern Star Trek.
Yes.
Absolute disaster zone that includes Discovery, Picard. Even though I have to admit, I do like it. Strange New Worlds.
Oh, that's the best.
And I haven't watched it yet because I haven't got around to it yet. Academy. I haven't got there yet. So I am preempting my my throwing in of it. But why is Modern Trek going in, I hear you say? Well,
yes.
Quite easy and simply. I think that Modern Trek has probably in my view, in old Trek, you would get good, boring, simple bottle episodes that were about procedure, like The Drumhead, which was all like a simple court case. Yep. About the rights of Data, is he an actual human being? And it was an incredible 45 minutes of television compared to, well, any episode of Discovery, quite frankly, where it's action slop, where I feel like not a lot of the stuff makes sense. You've got Michelle Yeoh, who at some points.
Michelle Yeoh? What?
Michelle Yeoh, that's it. Michelle Yeoh.
Yeah,
Michelle
Get
Yeoh.
her out the House of Lords and off the Starship Enterprise.
That's where she went. She has this
that's where
Star Trek.
I think you got to get some love for this one.
The worm drive.
Yeah. So, I'm going to push back a little bit because, for every season, for every Picard season 1 and 2, there was a Picard season 3.
Which was great.
Which was good, but...
Which was just fan service. It was just like,
I wanted it. Come on, they service me. Do you know what? Right, it's taken me about 5 fucking years to build a little play area in the back for the girls, and they're too old to play on it now, with a little climbing wall up and stuff. Right. So Geordie LaForge rebuilt an entire spaceship in his spare fucking time.
Yeah.
Come on, he doesn't love that.
But he saved the D, got the D off the planet. Well, there it crashed. He brought the D back up and built it and got a new rear end from something else and stuck it together.
Okay, so where are we doing the cut off here? When does New Trek start? Is it 2009?
Yeah, so there's the Kelvin universe. count as?
Oh, do we throw the J.J. Abrams stuff in as well?
They're quite fun.
Yes,
yes.
Go on, we'll throw it in
okay,
as well.
so this is new Trek. Everything from post 2009. Should it go in Room 101?
Anything after Enterprise.
Well,
I mean, Enterprise in there, to be honest.
The counter is, if we don't have it, the world would just be. So a lot of my LGBT friends, because Harry Potter's, we have Star Trek or we have Star Wars. Star Trek is polished. It's lovely. It's about lots of different people from different backgrounds. We are LGBTing the fuck out of the new Star Trek now. We need that. We need that now because the world is so shit. So for me, it's a panacea to what is going on. Star Trek is my escape. And if we didn't, we'd be ending with Enterprise and Archer, and that would have been it. I don't think I could cope with no Star Trek that far
you'd have
back.
got These Are the Voyages.
It is possible to change your vote. It is possible to change your vote if you're persuaded by Rachel's argument there for new Trek.
We've got.
But Ivan Ambrose is abstaining.
And Captain Pike has got great hair. You wouldn't get that hair.
Russ wants to put Keith Harrison, the Orville, in there. Sorry, go on.
I'd like to put forward the singing episode of Worlds.
Yeah, I will think that. But Buffy had a singing episode, and that worked really well.
That was good.
Yeah.
One more time with feeling.
Yeah.
And we did get the Batleth boys.
Yeah.
Dice Stanton is saying the only decent Trek is Galaxy Quest.
Oh, yeah.
And Below Decks. We've got Below Decks.
Oh, yes, Oh, now you see, I've forgotten about that.
Oh, you changed your mind. Do you want to take it back out? It's too late, mate. It's too late. It's too late. You've put it in now. We're in trouble now.
Yeah. This is my big problem. I think sometimes for me, it's never been like the characters or anything like that for like all these new series. It's been like the story that has been tried to be told throughout these series. It doesn't seem to be, in some cases, like Picard was never really thought out in season 1.
It was awful. It was like that episode of South Park where they're showing how Family Guy is made. It's just the manatees with the balls pushing these balls.
So we could counter Ollie and just say we could put in not modern Star Trek, but the writing on modern Star Trek.
Well, I've put Sud New Trek go into Room 101. So
people
can change the vote. Can I also say as well, season 1 of New Generation, Next Generation, was shite.
Oh, it was. Yeah.
And do you know what? Season 1 of the Space
Space Nine.
DC Space Nine was shite as well. And it was only Babylon 5 that made that pick itself up a bit because it came out about the same time as Babylon 5, and Babylon 5 just blew it out the water.
Well, the other thing is, I mean, I'm just going to say to the Socialites, there's a new YouTube channel just started called Name Dropping with Brent Spinner and Jonathan Frakes.
Yeah.
And they had Geordie LaForge on the first episode, LeVar Burton. It was excellent. They ring a bell every time they drop a name in the conversation. It's hilariously funny. It's really good, and it's really nice television. It's just started as a YouTube channel, so
I'll have to check that out. But I'm ending the poll there. Yep, Ollie, 61% agree with you, 39 say no. So it's going in. Right, the next one, I venomously, because I've just had the sneak preview on my updates. I venomously disagree with this one before we get started.
Before we move on, I want to put an offer. If you have not seen it, and you don't like New Trek, the Orville.
Yeah, Orville's great.
The Orville is just so good.
But that's because he's passionate about Trek.
This is the guy who did Family Guy, Seth MacFarlane, and he's done his own version of Trek. I'll tell you what else is really good. The USS Callister episodes of Black Mirror. They're a lot of fun.
I've not seen that yet.
They're really good. Okay, Ollie, number 3. Go on. Go on. Say it.
It is the Silmarillion.
Oh, fuck off.
But you need a wine waiter, don't you?
What?
Boom, boom.
What? Go on, explain yourself, Oliver.
Right. This is the fact that, right, you've got in like the J.R. Tolkien library, you have The Hobbit, The Lord of the Rings, and the Silmarillion was basically, here's all the stuff that I forgot to put in the books. And unfortunately now, mostly because rights issues are starting to run out on Lord of the Rings, New Line is now going, oh, look at this book. full of lovely stories that we can now take and abuse because we own all the rights to it.
Okay.
So
your problem isn't with the Silmarillion, it's the fact
No,
that New
part of
Line
me is
Cinema
you-
might
you
make
can
something
put-
shit in the future. This is a terrible
I've got
argument
to put it
not having
in to save it. I want to put it in because otherwise you will just get
They'll make some shite like the Rings of Power, which is made from the appendices of the Lord of the Rings.
Yeah,
But
Rings of
technically-
Power is not good.
The Ring of
not
Power,
Silmarillion.
the Ring of Power is the second age, is right, and then there's
Yeah.
the first age where men fought alongside the baddies.
Yep, that's the beginning of the third age.
The beginning of the third age. I thought.
Yeah,
Yes.
so the first age was all basically gods and angels, and then the
Right.
elves woke up, and we got the orcs, we got Melkor and Morgoth, the first Dark Lord, and Ungoliant, the big spider friend of his. Who
Oh,
sucked
where's
the-
me bell? Or a
sucked
name
the-
drop.
Yeah, name dropping. And suck the light out of the two trees of Valinor. But I'm saying that those stories in there are fucking fantastic. I thought you were gonna say it's a bastard to read because it reads like the fucking
It
Bible.
is hard read.
It is a hard read, but it was just from his notes. It was collected by his son after he died. It came out in 1977, so it came out after Tolkien died. But what I think it's one of the most remarkable works, not in terms of like the stories within, but just in terms of this was the background to his story. I mean, you've got to imagine like George Lucas wrote Star Wars and went, "Oh, there's a bit of background, Clone Wars."
Here's all my. It's George R. Martin. You know, if you've ever read Game of Thrones, it does read like a history book.
Yeah.
Because he's so interested in like the history, and like someone will go, "Oh, well, what about this?" And it's like, then all of a sudden a character will go off and explain for like 2 or 3 pages the entire history regarding this.
But
you're like,
the Silmarillion was
I
never
need to
really
know that?
meant to be released as a book, was it? It was his notes, and that informed. You know,
So
this guy
yeah.
came up with like 5,000 years of history more. You know, 3 ages into the 4th age. I mean, it's mind blowing. No, I'm not putting Silmarillion in there, and I don't even think that New Line have got the rights to it, have they? Because it went over to Amazon.
What's the
didn't it?
thing Gandalf's going to make? No, he's making Gollum, isn't he?
War of the Rings.
Yeah,
No,
they've
Hunt for
got
Gold,
Lord
that's
of the Rings, so they can do anything with Lord of the Rings. Those rights went off in like the 1950s or 60s or something. The Beatles wanted to make a Lord of the Rings movie, for Christ's sake. Then there was a Ralph Bakshi movie that came out in the 70s.
Well, the cartoon one.
Yeah, but just stops
I like
halfway.
I like it.
and there is a Return of the King. They did do a Return of the King follow-up to it,
Did they?
which is a musical. If
Oh,
people
nice.
have never seen that.
Well, that's quite cool. Ralph Bakshi, the same guy who did.
No, I think it was done by different people, but
Oh, okay.
there's an
animated.
orc song called "Where There's a Whip, There's a Way."
Oh dear.
Where the whip, where the whip.
Oh dear.
We're going down to Helm's Deep, Helm's Deep. Helm's Deep.
Yeah. Band of Harp J says Silmarillion is a collection of short stories, not a novel. Yeah, absolutely is. And if you read it like that, it makes a bit more sense. But all this was his notes. It was basically his backstory for everything. And it's not just like the characters and their lineage. It's also like the rocks and the trees and the rivers. And like, he's got in there how the world is round, which is brilliant. Like the world was flat, right? And then the Numenorians said, "Oh, we're going to go to the west where we're not supposed to go." And the gods said, "Fuck off, you're not allowed to do that." And they made the world round so they could never get to the west unless they sailed off into the sky. What a great idea. Like a lot of the things, you know, the fact that the end of the 2 trees, the 2 trees of light, all that was left, I think, was the golden fruit and the silver leaf. And they put them into the sky and that made the sun and the moon. What a great fucking
And then
story.
that made Mithril as well.
But what
conflict with Balrog.
what a great story. Like, as a creation myth, that's up there with the world's religions. I think it's a lot better than a lot of the world's religions.
But thing is though, Graham, we're now going to get
Some
the
woman ate an
story of Peter Pebble and the world's creation.
But yeah,
I'm already annoyed because I like that, you know, I like The Hobbit and I like Lord of the Rings and I've watched them a million times. The Santamillion, whatever it's called, I've never read, but I understood the Rings of Power. In my head, there was the old age when men fought with the baddies and the big Lord Dark. Then Sauron comes back in the second age, which is the Rings of Power, and the third age is the Hobbit, Lord of the Ring. But that's not right, is it?
Oh no,
No, that's so bad.
That's
In
all
my
like
head,
one age.
in my structure, that's how I had.
stuff happens again and again, really, doesn't it? Like people come back and Dark Lords rise again. But the Dark Lord did rise in the second age. That's when the Rings of Power were forged. And the end of the first age is when the first Dark Lord, Morgoth, kicks the bucket. The
And
second age was when Sauron was first defeated by the last alliance of men and elves, and then the third age ends when your final man, Sauron, finally carks it when they throw the ring into the volcano.
So because in the second age, when the rings are made, the elves are keeping an eye on men because they weren't in the first days. They fought alongside.
Some of them did, yeah. But some of the elves did, I think.
There you go. I'm keeping it simple.
But what I love as well is the third age. It's this story. He sat down and went, "Why is there no magic left in the world? Why are there no elves? Why are there no dragons?" And you've got to tell a fantasy novel, and it's because they all left. They all left at the end of the third age. They went, "Okay, right, we're done here. Move off to Valinor. See ya. Enjoy Earth."
Leave it to the men to screw it all up.
Oh yeah, and of course we've got the story of how Legolas sneaks Gimli across into Valinor. It's like not only like the elves are allowed, and like, you know, 2 hobbits,
and Gandalf,
Gandalf. But oh no, we've got to tell like the mini side story where Legolas goes, you know what, I'm bringing my bro.
Coming
and I'm going to build a boat.
Stop the boats.
Okay, so I'm going to start the poll now. Anyone who thinks that anyone thinks erroneously that the Silmarillion should go into Room 101, I'm going to be absolutely gutted if anyone votes yes on this one, because I just think it's 100% no so far. Oh, no, it's gone down to 80. Oh. No, it's gone up to 100 again. Someone accidentally clicked on the wrong thing. Yeah,
someone accidentally clicked the right
someone
button.
Just being a contrarian and just going, just throw it in.
I like the contrarian.
I don't like this fantasy nonsense. But no, honestly, the Lord of the Rings fantasy world. I mean, there's a great quote on the back of one of the books. It says, a lot of people write books. Hardly anyone fucking comes up with an entire mythology. One man came up with the mythology. And I know he robbed a lot of stuff from Norse mythology and stuff, but putting that together. And there was an interview with him a long time ago when he was being asked about it. And he was talking about how sad he was that a lot of those legends from the Norse era have been wiped out, like across Europe. All these sagas, these Norse sagas, have been destroyed by Christians who turned up and gone, nope, that's wrong. That's not what happened. And it was only a few monasteries, I think, up in like Iceland that managed to scribble away a few of these manuscripts. And that's why we've got Beowulf, Sigwain and the Green Knight, and a few other of these sort of very old Anglo-Saxon and pagan Nordic texts.
Yeah. We also have War of the Rohirrim as well.
Yes, that's all right. It's all right. I didn't think it was great.
Okay.
It was
so
a bit.
Does it go in?
Absolutely not. Oh. It's a resounding no from 86% of the sensible people watching this. Oh. It's not going in, mate. That's a terrible idea.
Nothing's going my way tonight.
You wanted that to go in, Rach?
Yeah, sort of.
Yeah. You're not supposed to. You're supposed to be trying to keep it out.
Oh yeah, sorry. Oops.
Okay, go on. Ollie, you up?
My next one.
Right, my next one is first edition D&D.
Dungeons and Dragons.
Yeah, first edition D&D. I'm in a campaign at the moment playing it, and oh my gosh, it is the most hardest system there is. I have had 3 characters die, and one was because I had a wizard who had 1 health.
Yeah.
Right. So in AD&D, in like first edition, what happens is you get your dice and you roll for your strength, your dexterity, your constitution, your intelligence, and your wisdom and your charisma. Those are your stats that you're rolling for. And basically, once you roll, that's it. You've got to keep those. Like it says specifically in the book, you roll those dice, and that is it. So if you accidentally roll 3 once, then congratulations, you've got 3 dexterity, and that's it. You can't change it. But AD&D gets even worse. Because in AD&D, those stats.
Is that Advanced Dungeons and Dragons?
Yeah.
I think you're assuming that me and Rach and everyone watching this knows a lot more about Dungeons and
I'm
Dragons than we
I'm
actually
going
do.
deeply
Having
nerdy for
Rach on this,
one.
I'm like,
I am going deep. This is the rabbit hole.
Okay.
I'm going deep.
Okay, this is the hill that you're prepared to die on.
I'm prepared to
First
die on this
edition D&D, right? Is that it?
Prepared to die
Okay.
on this hill.
The poll's up. You can change your vote if you're persuaded the other way.
Right.
No, I don't think it should go into Room 101 because it gives lots of pleasure to people. Are you saying it's too hard? Is that the problem? You go
No, it's not. It's not that it's just too hard. It's that you look at things like second edition, third edition, which again built on those ideas from first edition, but they were just done so much better. Like the idea that you can now
is this like first season of new track of Next Generation? Sorry.
And I know there are people out there who have had have a good time with that first edition D&D. I'm playing a first edition campaign at the moment, but like I say, I've had three
Pig
characters.
Valian says, I cut my teeth on first edition D&D, love it. A friend of mine tried to get me into D&D a long time ago. I couldn't get into it. Roll the dice. Oh, the book says you died. Great.
But you can't put it, my argument would be
perception check.
Like lots of games are a bit shit in their early development and then they get better. If you put this in, then all the other later games which you love will never get better. They'll never exist.
It's been built on. It's been built on.
This is why I've got this. This is why I've got roots.
I thought that was a Cimmerillion. You held that up to talk about the Cimmerillion.
So this is my roots. What I've got a very good, nice alternate role playing.
Okay, well, Ollie, this has never happened before.
Oh, we're 50-50.
We are 50-50. We are 50-50. Should first edition D&D go into Room 101? It is 50-50. Ollie, do you really want to put it in? Because it will mean no more D&D for anyone ever.
Yes, because there's more games than D&D out there.
Okay, it goes in. It goes into Room 101.
Ollie has to take something out at the end. So.
Yeah, maybe he'll rescue it. Okay, what's next, Ollie?
My second one, again, we are going super hardcore nerdy on this one. The New 52 or the DC New 52, right?
Okay, I'll explain this. So a few years ago, they decided to rebirth all of their superheroes, all 52 of them, apparently, because there's 52 of them. They had all got new origin stories, didn't they? Is that the plan?
Sort of. The whole idea of the New 52 was there is far too much continuity, and that new people coming into comics cannot get into comics these days.
And Jennifer Jones and all those. Are they?
No, that's Marvel. This is DC.
No, that's Marvel. Talking DC.
Superman, Batman,
Wonder Woman,
Flash, Wonder Woman, Aquaman.
And so there's another 52.
Yeah, so the whole idea was this new line was going to be 52.
They weren't new characters. Yeah, but they were new comics, but they weren't new characters, so they took the old characters and then retold their stories.
Okay, got it.
Essentially, so people could get into the comics.
So you did get new origin stories-ish. There are some good stories to it. The big problem was that this was meant to be right. Nothing has existed before.
No canon.
This New 52. There is no continuity except Batman. They couldn't commit. They just could not commit to it at all, which ruins the whole thing. So did we have to watch
Batman's parents get killed again?
Well, exactly. Batman's a prime example because there was this whole thing of when we start the new 52, everyone was meant to be this new wave of heroes. Heroes have only been around for a year or two at most, except Batman. Because we've got to remember we've still got to have Dick Grayson, Barbara Gordon, all these other superheroes. We even kept Damian Wayne, his son that he had with Talia al Ghul, because we've got to keep the Bat family together. But then where does that all come from? Where does this all come from? If anyone's only been existing for the past 2 years, how long has Batman been around for? Oh, he's been around for 5 years. Oh no, he's been around 10 because we've got to adjust for Dick Grayson's how because now he's in his early 20s.
I love how animated Ollie is about this. He's just how dare they?
Is woke Superman one of the New 52? And Supergirl and the new.
The Superman's in it and Supergirl's in it, but it's just the old.
They're not the rebooted that Ollie's talking about.
No, that stuff came all that stuff came later.
All right.
But it was just this whole idea that
about 15 years ago or something, wasn't it?
Right.
Yeah. The 2012, I think it was, New 52. But the whole idea was they were going to like completely start over, start anew, start afresh. Nothing had happened before. And you can do this brand new continuity. You can tell all these new stories with like no baggage, nothing like that. And then they go, oh yeah, actually, Final Crisis did happen.
Right.
Final Crisis happened. Hold on a second. Why did Final Crisis happen?
I love how animated Ollie's getting here, and Rachel's just like, I have no fucking clue what you are talking.
Because I've always been Marvel. I'm Marvel because I'm like Star Wars or Star Trek. Because as you know, I hate people make me choose. Marvel, always been Marvel, love Marvel, watched all the spin-off Marvels. DC, don't give a fuck. So I don't care if this goes in. I really am indifferent. So
you've got no
I'm really on the fence. So
I like
my
Marvel.
friend Ollie.
I like Marvel and I like DC. I like cats and dogs. I like what were the other things? Star Trek and Star Wars. I'm just a greedy sod. I just all these things. You go like one or the other. You know, if Liverpool actually wins something, I go out and celebrate with them, even though I'm an Evertonian, because I'm just like, come on, it's an excuse to have a party.
I like Star Wars. I don't care if it's canon or not, but I do in Star Trek.
I saw something about, you know, they were going on about the Super Bowl. It had the biggest audience ever of 130 million. Yeah, there was a match on Sunday. It was Liverpool versus Man City. Around the world, it was watched by 700 million people, and it was just a Sunday match. It was just a league match. It wasn't the final. It wasn't the World Cup. It was just like a league match. Yeah. So yeah, there you go. Anyway, 2000 AD was fabulous, says Lost Mission. They're certainly not putting that in room 101. Okay. So I guess that's going to have to
put it to the vote.
I think I'll put it to the vote. People can change their votes because I like this because you can change your vote while you're listening. So the more we argue for it not to go in.
Yeah.
But don't you think, Ollie, that it was a good thing that they tried to get some new audience to it without having to read 50 years of backstory?
That was the whole point.
Your problem is they didn't commit, right?
Yeah, they didn't. They did not commit to the reboot of what they were meant to do because, as I said, Final Crisis happened now.
So Batman should have been a little boy who got lost in the woods and was raised by bats, because that would have made way more fucking sense. And he literally thinks he's a bat, and he keeps jumping off things and smashing his face because he doesn't realize he can't fly.
Well, this is it. We got the new Grant Morrison Superman origin.
Yeah.
Which was actually a really good one. I would recommend that to people. But the only problem was then Grant Morrison did not pass on his notes to who was it now who's writing Superman? Can't remember now. I can't remember who it was now. But he did not then pass on his notes. So the stuff that happens in that origin, which then don't come out in like that Superman storyline until like 2 or 3 years later, and you're like, but hold on, you're 2 or 3 years later down the line, and now you're telling us all this stuff happened, which you were telling us maybe didn't happen, or we don't know it happened. 0 Hour apparently happened, which happened like right in like the mid 80s.
Yeah.
And you only want to reach that far back to the continuity. You want to talk the original Crisis happened.
I'm really annoyed with. I've now decided I'm annoyed with DC Comics. I mean, Batman is your ultimate private school mafia, isn't he, Graham? You need to put him on the list.
He is.
He doesn't have any powers.
I've been told that I should have a pop-up that says privately educated, of course. That's a great plan. I'm going to do that.
Batman doesn't have any bloody powers. He has money. So he uses his money to give him powers so he can knock around with the other DC people that have powers.
Yeah,
I mean, he just buys himself in because he's an Epo baby. So
no powers. He's just gone off. His power is he's really rich. His power is he's a nepo baby.
The other thing that annoyed me, just to get this off my chest, there were good titles in the New 52 which they cancelled. Which again, I still don't know why they cancelled some of these like really good titles, because there was a really good Jonah Hex series they were writing. That's like the Jonah Hex is like the cowboy western series, really really good. But they got cancelled. Demon Knights, which was about like set in like medieval England, about demons and like the whole magic system that goes on, that's like really rooted into like the DC world, like in Marvel universe. Like the UK is actually like the way to like Avalon, and it's this whole of the world, and there's like you've got MI13 that like keeps like all that stuff in bay and a check. Yeah, completely different story in DC, but yeah, it's just they cancelled so many like good stories. The Blue Beetle, they rebooted, but again, that was another mess because they rebooted with the New 52 and then told the exact same story they'd only just told like 3 years ago of like the origin story, and it felt like, what? Why are we reading the same story again?
Oh my goodness. I feel like there's a whole universe I've just suddenly opened up to me that I didn't know existed.
So, Ollie, did you notice we got a new addition to our little politics social gang on WhatsApp? Leah, did you notice Leah came in last week?
Oh, the Huddersfieldian.
No. Leah lives in Liverpool. Her
name,
okay, Leah Moore. She's a comic book writer and illustrator.
Oh, okay.
And she has a rather famous father. You might be able to work it out.
Oh, right, okay.
So if Aid stops making jokes about his bloody dad's balls for 1 second, we might get Alan Moore into our chat. How good would that be? Be like, all right, Alan, come on the show.
you don't want.
Fuck off! I'm being a wizard.
Bear in mind, there is a big theory about Final Crisis, about like the guy who wrote Final Crisis, but being like the complete antithesis to like Alan Moore's like dark, gritty storytelling, and about how he is like portrayed in that book as like the evil anti-Monitor in that series. So there would be.
Is it Grant Morrison?
I've got some questions.
Alan can't come into the chat. Ollie will put his stuff in. He'll probably put it in Win 101 or something. I mean,
okay, we've got to crack on,
and I won't understand why.
we've got to crack on because we've got a hard cut off at 7:15 because Rachel needs her Savoy.
Savoy and chips.
Savoy and chips. So come on, let's crack on. What's next?
Influencer bait food.
Or did they go in? Did they
no, it totally went in. It was 77%, I think.
Oh,
excellent. 77% said yes, and it goes.
Influencer bait food. I think this should be the easiest slam dunk there is.
Influencer bait food. What?
Yeah.
What?
Like basically sticky toffee pizza.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah. Do I need to say any more than that?
I'm just going to start the poll.
All this
good argument, well made.
Restaurants now basically making bait food for like influencers to come in that they don't really sell, but it's like all the stuff that they can make, so it's on the menu. So they come up with like wacky flavor creations, which no one in the right mind would ever order. Like no one's gonna walk into like a place and like, I'll have the sticky toffee pizza, please.
I would, but this is the thing, Ollie. I'm gonna push back on this a little bit because I like going to a restaurant, right? And I try and pick something I haven't had before, as Rachel knows, because she went to the pub with me and she was like, "What are you getting, Graham?" And I'm like, "Oh, well, I've never had this before. Everything that I've never had." But yeah, tomorrow is Darwin Day. Tomorrow is going to be the anniversary of Charles Darwin's birth on February the 12th, 1809. Also the same exact birth date as Abraham Lincoln, two of the most famous people of the Victorian era, both born on exactly the same day. Anyway, so what I try and do every February the 12th is eat something I've never eaten before. And I kind of like the idea of mixing stuff up and seeing what works. The reason why I pulled a face when you said sticky toffee pizza is because the first thing that come into my head is like, are you going to mix toffee and cheese? Because that's not like, but it's not, is it? It's just on the pizza base. And then it could be crispy. And is that going to be the same as, I don't know, having like a Nutella on toast or...
Nice.
It's like coming up with new ideas.
My problem is that if it was my room 101, I'd be putting all influencers in room 101 because I fucking hate them. It's like, look, I take a picture of my food. I think you should buy this lipstick because I use it. It's fabulous. I get paid £9 million by Max Factor. Oh, fuck off. I don't give a flying fuck. And I never buy anything that an influencer says buy. And
everything that's wrong someone in marketing like myself would have approached and gone, sell this. Do a post about this for us.
Ollie, we need to crack on, and I've good news for you, mate. 20 votes. Should influencer bait go into food bait go into room 101? 100% yes. 100%. I don't think we've ever had that before either. 2 firsts for the show. Influencer food bait.
Yeah.
Okay, Ollie, what you got for us next, mate?
The next one is the absolute
We got
dumpster fire that was the sequel to the Phantom of the Opera, Love Never Dies.
Well, I didn't know it was a sequel.
This is pretty niche because the people who haven't seen it. Tell us about Love Never Dies, Ollie.
Right. Love Never Dies was the ill-conceived sequel by Andrew Lloyd Webber, who won, I don't have enough money. I'm going to create a sequel to the Phantom of the Opera. Basically.
Hang on, doesn't he die at the end of Phantom of the Opera?
Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, no, Graham. Oh, no. He disappears at the end of the Phantom of the Opera, and we find out that he was squirreled away by the I can't remember her name now, Madame something or other, and her daughter, who wound up taking him to Coney Island, and the Phantom now runs his own amusement park.
What?
Where he is the mysterious Mr. Y.
So Phantom of the Opera, the original set in Paris, right? Because that's kind of like a gothic setting.
Yeah.
And then they move it Coney Island.
It moves to New York.
Oh my Coney, Yanni, boom, 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 boom.
Yeah.
Oh
we
my
also
Lord.
get one of the most uncomfortable, or very uncomfortable, but incredibly needlessly long song, where we discover that the Phantom and Christine, after she had basically ditched him to choose Raoul, had this one night stand which resulted in them having a child, which again the Phantom does not know about, and later on in the show resorts to child kidnapping and murder. And then once he finds out it's his child, in the most, you've seen in the end of Star Wars episode 3 where Vader goes, no,
yeah,
you get that in musical form where he goes 10 years,
like a plot of the New 52.
Now luckily for those of you who haven't seen it and want to watch it, you can find it on YouTube. The entire thing is up on YouTube. I believe it is like the Australian show when it happened, and it's not the thing that even this isn't even the final version that you see, because Andrew Lloyd Webber was infamous on this show for coming in like literally before the curtain went up and said, yeah, here's this new song tonight.
Oh wow.
Or, so yeah, that lyric.
I have a question, Ollie. I have a question. Were you forced to watch this against your will? Is this why you want to put it in?
No, I'm a big Phantom fan. I'm a big musical fan. I love Phantom of the Opera, and like to do a sequel to Phantom, you could do. There are books out there about that, about sequels to Phantom, what happened, and this way is just absolutely awful because it is the epitome of like what a bad West End musical it is. It's even one of those things that it's so bad it's not even good. It goes from that. It goes, this is this actually secretly genius? And then you realize, oh no, this is really bad. When they're doing a song about doing each other, and the lyrics, I want to get the lyrics because you will not believe me if I do not tell you what the lyrics are.
It's like trying to kick off a sort of Wicked franchise, doesn't it? But he didn't pull it off.
It was God, what was it?
Are you going to sing a song for us, Ollie? What is even happening? Is Ollie looking things up on his phone? He's catching Pokemon.
No, that's it. But the song is called Beneath a Moonless Sky. The song is called, and it is insane. It is insane because this is what the lyrics are.
Go on, tell us what the lyrics are, mate. Come on.
And I touched you.
Yeah.
And I felt you.
Yes.
And I felt those ravishing refrains, the music of the past, the singing in your veins. And I held you and I touched you and I embraced you and I felt you with every single breath and sigh.
I'm going to hazard a guess that Tim Rice had nothing to do with this, like
No,
reining
he
in Andrew
didn't.
Lloyd Webber's madder ideas, I think.
It gets pretty insane later on, and it just goes on and on and on.
Okay, you've persuaded. You have persuaded. People have changed their vote. It is now 95% into Room 101, mate.
It's a bit Richard Curtis without Ben Elton, isn't it? The first Blackadder.
The first Blackadder season 1. Go on, that could go in Room 101, couldn't it?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Well done, Ollie.
In it goes, 95%. Okay, Ollie, crack on.
Right. Another geeky one here we're doing, right? I know this is going to be controversial amongst my board game brethren. Brass Birmingham.
Oh, explain what that is.
So Brass Birmingham is the whole idea that you are industrialists in like the early, industrial revolution, and you are playing in a simulated Birmingham, where the whole idea is you build up your factories, you develop your routes, and basically you make money by this and try and, be like the richest, kingpin that you can at the end of the game. The biggest problem is in this game is as you are like trying to develop your like place, your factories and stuff like that, halfway through the game, it goes, yeah, all those canals you've been developing, all that, resource and stuff you've put into it, yeah, they're just gone now.
Okay.
And it's like, here's railroads. And it's not like your canals get replaced with railroads. No, it's your railroads have to be built brand new from the start. So if you did go into canals and let's say, I don't know, you were winning in a game and then that happened and you're now like, oh, my entire business empire has fallen to pieces because apparently my canals no longer exist. And I have to now start building railroads from scratch when I just literally the past 2 turns built 4 new canals.
I think this is the same complaint you had about the first edition of D&D. Yeah. It's just too hard. You're just like, oh, I rolled the dice and died. It's not fair.
Yeah,
Suck it up. Shit happens, mate. Events, dear boy, events.
It's teaching you history. You invest in canals when the trains are coming, you're in trouble, mate. You didn't invest. The spinning Jenny's out now, and you're still using it by hand.
I'm still using water power.
and what about? I mean, if we're going to talk about board games that are a bit fucking dicey, you've heard about the Compass Games that are bringing out a game called The Great Hunger: Ireland's Tragedy in the 19th Century.
Oh, that's really disrespectful.
It's a board game based on the Irish potato famine, or the famine, really. And you draw a Blight Arrives card, and the game shifts to survival mode, where players work, move, or manage their populations to coffin ships for emigration. Hey, it gets worse. The same board game company, Compass Games, has also made The Troubles, Shadow War in Northern Ireland, 1964 to 1998, where you get to play as the IRA.
Oh, it sounds like, have you played Jack the Ripper? Kill 6 women before the police catch you. I mean, oh my God. Where are they?
We're kind of getting into like 9/11, the musical territory here, aren't we?
This is terrible.
I don't think that Brass, it's Brass : Birmingham, because there's different Brass games,
there's different versions of Brass.
I thought he was going to talk. I thought this was
I don't think this should go in.
I thought this was about a colliery band.
that's what I thought when I first saw it. I was like, what's it? Brastoff sequel that I haven't heard of?
Yeah.
Son of Kong. The two Jakes. Okay, so Ollie, I've got some bad news for you, mate.
Is he not going in?
It's terminal. Oh no, the other bad news is that it's 75% of people said Brass Birmingham is not Brass Brum. It's not going in by 75%.
If you played Risk with Ollie, he's going to take Russia, isn't he, and just thrash you every time. You just know he's.
Oh no, I wouldn't play Risk. I'd play Scythe.
Oh, okay.
I'd play Scythe, and I would go the Ruskier faction.
You were in a game called Kingmaker, which was a sort of 1980s game. Did you hear of that game? I got forced to play Kingmaker when I was a teenager. Torturous. You're probably right up your street.
I do play a lot of board games. I'm playing Innis tomorrow, which is quite good.
Excellent.
Cool. Okay, should we crack on? What's next?
Yeah, we got plenty of time. We got list.
Yeah,
got a bit of time then.
The next one is the Water Temple. They can see
just follow on from the Water Margin.
No, this is like Legend of Zelda. Pretty much every single water temple dungeon in the Legend of Zelda needs to go straight into the room 101 because they are the most tedious, boring, longest ones. They always come in like groups of 3. You get the wood temple, the fire temple, and then the water temple. And then before the whole thing changes to like another set of temples, the water temple is always the worst one because it's always the same mechanic. It's always like, right, here's some water. You've got to raise and lower raise and lower it. And it's just like, oh, I've missed the lever on like the first floor. Now I've got to completely undo the plumbing to get it back down so I can react to the first level without drowning.
I'm going to go back to the first edition of D&D and to Brass Birmingham on this. I think you're just complaining about it being too difficult. So this is a level of Ocarina of
but it was difficult, tortuously so. That's what it was. It was.
You had a difficult level on a video game.
I can guarantee you now, everyone is having horrific flashbacks.
Well, I remember playing
this one.
Was it Balloon Girl on the Game Boy? And I got so frustrated with it, I threw the Game Boy on the floor and it smashed the screen. I cried.
Well, my view is
Balloon Kid it was called.
My view is it should just go in because it's not Wolfenstein or Doom. And
Rachel, you're supposed to be arguing why they shouldn't go in.
I don't
That's
care.
our job.
Not Crisis, Wolfenstein, Doom. It's not
any room for anyone else.
It's a beer franchise. It's not.
Sarah's saying we should put Scott and Aid in room 101. Oh no, sorry. We should have them come on the show. Sorry.
Oh, I see. Yeah,
that was a close one. So, is this just in Ocarina of Time? Is it in other? Is it
no?
Like
it's in
all Zelda games?
Pretty much every game after like Ocarina of Time.
This shouldn't go in. This shouldn't go in, mate. Come on, there's walkthroughs on the internet.
Always the worst one.
I love Zelda, and it's hard.
You had to wait till the edition of Amiga format that came out that told you actually how to find the thing in Monkey Island in the cereal box to put in the potion to get to Monkey Island. Like you had to wait months to find out how to do this stuff. You can just go online and go, how do we do the water temple? I think you're just being lazy, Ollie. I don't want this going in. I don't want this going in. And by the audience, it looks like from the 14 votes that we've got so far, they don't think it should go in either. I'm very sorry, Ollie, but I don't make the rules. But 71% of the people said the water temple levels of Zelda should not go into room 101. So sorry. Sorry, you got one last one?
This is
right.
The
last one is very, very easy. For anyone who's ever been through it, will know Leeds train station.
Are you going to make me argue against this now?
The worst train station in the entire world. It is just cramped. It is poor design. The platforms aren't big enough, so you end up queuing not to get to the platform you want, but you've got to then queue to try and get through a platform because, right, the Barnsley train goes to platform 17. So to get to platform 17, if you're coming from Leeds, you've got two options. You can either come in through the city side, or you take the long way around and then you come in through the back entrance, which no one seems to know about, that Leeds train station has a back entrance.
Ooh,
there you go.
Backdoor, huh? Good idea.
But a sneaky way if you're ever caught
I'm gonna so push back on this, right? First of all, Piccadilly Station in Manchester's fucking awful because it's in Manchester. So is Victoria, that can fuck off. Also, the worst station in the country for my money, Birmingham New Street, by a mile. You're downstairs on the ground in all this concrete. The roof is like this high above your head, and there's just diesel fumes pumping out everywhere. You're like, I can't breathe. It's horrible.
It's only bad if you're tall. You know,
that's the shite. Euston Station, shite. You know, Euston Station. Everyone has to look at the trains when they're going to leave, and they don't tell you the platform till 5 minutes before the train leaves, and the train doors close they lock 2 minutes before the train leaves, so everyone has to leg it. It's
the
a kind
Lemon
of fuck the
Star.
disabled plan. So yeah, I think Leeds Station, is it the worst?
Has
Yes.
it been refaced? I mean, or is it
No.
still Victorian?
It's
Still
as
Victorian?
bad as it has ever been. And
No, but it has been. They tried to toss it up over the years, haven't they?
I recently got back from a trip from Harrogate. And that put me on platform 2, and then I had to get over to platform 17 in like less than 5 minutes. And it was like I had to, and bear in mind, didn't put me at like the top of platform 2, put me right far back down at the bottom of platform 2. So I had to go all the way up the concourse, which was long in itself, right to the entrance. Then I had to go up the stairs along the elevated path to it to get all the way over to platform 17, back down the stairs, back down along the other side, then to get to platform 17.
Do you know what I'm getting from this, Ollie? I think Ollie just doesn't like things that are difficult.
Yeah, I mean, it does
put things that are difficult in room 101.
Yeah.
It does sound like a northern problem.
We're going to play that card, are we, Rach? It's a northern problem, she says.
They work outside London, apparently not.
Yeah, I was tempted to put like Northern Rail into room 101. I think, but that would have been too easy. I think that would have been the instant slam dunk. But no, Leeds train station, like anyone who like commutes, to and back from Leeds. Oh my word! In rush hour time, like as soon as like 5 o'clock hits till about 6 o'clock, that place is an absolute nightmare, and there are literally people just queuing to get onto some of these trains. And if you cannot get through those queues, or you do not get onto that train, we're like, right, well, when's the next one? Oh, an hour's time. Right, I guess I'll go. Guess I'll go to the pub.
I have to go through Leeds Station every time I go back to Liverpool on the train. And it's not, I mean, it's not York. York is lovely.
York is lovely.
York has got a lovely train station.
Here on the bridge is really nice.
Durham train station's lovely as well. Newcastle train station, less lovely, but it's okay. Leeds, I know what you're saying, because they tried to modernise it, haven't they, over the years, so it doesn't have like the grandeur of somewhere like St Pancras, which just looks
next time have a stopover in Leeds and have a good look at the train station.
I do. I sometimes have to change trains there. I did that quite a lot when you have to get like the LNER down to Leeds, and then you get the northern train from Leeds to Manchester, and you walk across Manchester to get the train from Manchester to Liverpool, and you save yourself £7. But yeah, I don't know. Anyway,
London Bridge is the worst station because it's crowded, it's long. You stand on the platform freezing, and there's no Wi-Fi. Yeah. You can't put no phone signal. London Bridge station, and it's a first world problem. But you are standing there for 20 minutes in the cold, so you get your phone.
20 minutes.
No 5G, nothing. No 4G, no 3, no nothing. Morse code probably, but nothing.
So, Ollie, Leeds train station. You're not going to believe this. It's 50-50 again.
50-50. Oh, wow, it's going in. It's
going in.
Right.
Maybe me and Rach should have decided that if it was 50-50, if it goes in or not.
Yeah, we should have done that. We'll add that to the game.
Yeah.
We'll decide.
From now on. Do you know what I want to put in room 101? People who change the rules of a game halfway through.
Yeah, it's a nightmare.
They're the worst. Yeah. It's like they're making it up as they go along.
Let's change the game.
So am I right in thinking that you don't want to put Brexit in room 101? You don't want to put Donald Trump? You don't want to put J.K. Rowling? Ollie.
That's the boring, obvious stuff.
I know, it is. No. I really like this. When I said I'd like it to be a little bit niche, this has gone way above and beyond the Call of Duty.
It's super niche.
I love it. I love it. But you have convinced people to put the new 52 in there. Yeah. You convinced people to put the first edition D&D in there. Leeds train station. Love Never Dies. I mean, 95%. They're well done, Ollie. I think most people that haven't actually seen it just went, oh, fuck it. Andrew Lloyd Webber, he's a Tory, isn't he? Yeah. Influencer food bait got 100%. We've never got 100% on the show before. Everyone's like, fuck those guys. And their shit pictures of their shit food. That just puts me off.
So Ollie gets to take one thing out.
Yes.
Obviously Star Trek.
What would I take?
Because you've ruined the whole franchise.
Silmarillion didn't go in. Brass Brum didn't go in. Water Temple Levels didn't go in. Everything else went in. So,
what do you want to take out?
Like, you know what? I'm playing it at the moment. I'm gonna have to take out first edition.
Yes, that would have been my vote. So
I'm playing it
out.
at the moment, so I have to take it out because otherwise I've got no campaign to play.
You've got to put your hand in to room 101 and then feel around and then pick it out and then hope that it's not the wrong thing.
Get back in there, Trump. Get back in there.
Put it back in. That'd be good. Where all the nightmares live. So, I think that's a good idea from Sarah about getting Aid on here and getting Scott on.
Yeah.
So we'll try and do that
only
next
if he's not doing his thing.
What's his
the
thing?
Thing off camera that he does during your show.
Oh, yeah. I'm trying to be nice. Do you know what I mean? But I'm like, people are watching this and it looks like you're having a wank. But yeah, so but just make sure that he hasn't just taken his temazepam or whatever it is that he takes. So
good stuff.
We're trying to help him through a difficult time in his life, and he's not been so well, poor old Scott, and we're trying to give him a bit of love.
Yeah,
but yeah. I keep going. This isn't chat roulette, mate. So we'll have a couple of weeks to think about what else we could put in there.
Well, I mean, the Wednesday night, the rabbit hole it's quizzes, it's music. Yeah. Sometimes it's 101. It's a rotating, so we can bring it in. That's good.
Absolutely. And Ollie, thank you so much for coming on the show.
Thank you, Ollie.
Thank you for allowing me to be incredibly niche.
It's the most niche show so far.
Ollie, are we still on for week on Thursday? We're doing a special edition of Reform Watch.
Yep.
Hey.
Do you want to tell people a little bit about that?
Yes, we've got Councillor Ed Kimberley coming on to talk to us about the ongoing stuff in Warwickshire.
Hey.
So not in Warwickshire, sorry, wrong council, Worcestershire.
Kids with a W. It's all the same to me.
It's in the north.
I get them confused.
Rachel's just like, all the Norfolk's the same to me.
That's Watford. Don't know where it is.
So that'll be next Thursday at 6:00. Tomorrow Thursday is going to be another edition of Drawn Together with me and Mike Dix, and we're going to be drawing a new political cartoon. He's quite chuffed actually, because the one that he came up with last week, well, Sophia Lance came up with the idea, but the one he drew last week, it's the most successful cartoon he's had for ages. And I'm like, that is, it's the power of crowdsourcing ideas. And it's why Americans can make 24 episodes in a season of a comedy and we make 6, because they have a big team of writers. And each one writes an episode, whereas we have one writer on their own writing like 7 episodes themselves, and it's not enough time, really. Not enough time. We get new Drawn Together. That was brilliant, says Reverend Kathy. Yes, we are. So, big thank you to Ollie for being our special guest. Big thank you to Rachel for being my wonderful, glamorous co-host.
Completely oblivious host.
I haven't got a clue what any of this shit is, but it definitely deserves to go in room 101. And thank you for watching and keeping us company tonight. And I'll be back tomorrow morning at 9:00 on the channel with Morning Brew. And until then, the least you could do is give us a like. Give us a little likey. We always like a like on this channel. And I'll say until next time, hello, good evening, welcome, and goodbye. Bye.